I am trying to get my thoughts and my words for the recap of Recreator's new episode all together, but after watching this episode, it's really gotten me mixed up with my emotions. Half of me is like literally enraged to a point where I really can't or don't even want to talk or something. The other half of me is telling me, understand the situation and understand what's been going on here and don't try to make judgment. But it's really hard for me not to get anywhere right now, dude. Those of you who kept up with the Recreators episode up to date with it, along with its events and information, you will know where I'm getting at here. I am really going to blame one person, and please be considerate of backing them up, but I don't think there's any excuse for it. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Mamika, surprisingly, managed to survive, and she was trying to reach to Alice-chan and possibly send a message. But we also see to it that Magane was actually saw her flying over the air. And we have to it that Mamika is trying to tell Magane-chan to send a message. Like, send a message about, like, Altair is about to destroy the world. We have to stop her. Meteora was right. Meteora and the others were right about her. I'm thinking in my mind, I don't know if she's the right person you want to tell right now. Eventually, Magane-chan was listening to her message, and Alice-chan appears right in front of Magane-chan and tries to look at Mamika, and her last words is telling Magane-chan, please tell Alice what's happening, etc. Along with, like, Mamika trying to tell Alice the message, but she was unable to do so, and she dies, and she dispersed into, like, little bits of data or something, whatever you want to call it. Although Magane-chan did tell Alice-chan about the information that Mamika said about her wish, she said it in a way that's very deceiving. Like, for example, she actually told the truth, but she didn't tell it into a certain way about someone destroying the world, something about Altair, Meteora, etc. And it's just Magane's, like, deceiving mechanism. Eventually, she does call Sota for a talk and ends up having a little, like, tense conversation with them. It does get to a point where, like, to the point where she's actually digging up on the information of his personal life involving Setsuna-chan, possibly. And of course, I'm pretty sure she is involved. She is somewhat involved, etc. It's just like she was not revealed yet, or her, Shimazaki. I think that's her last name, etc. Setsuna, Shimazaki. But despite entering and going into his personal life about why the person is dead and he's the one that killed her, that she ends up bringing up, she ends up deciding to tell Sota a message about, like, Meteora being the one that murdered Mamika, and she's about to destroy the world, and she's actually working with Altair and so forth. I'm thinking in my mind, now she's really lying right there. Now that is just, like, f***ed up right there, although Sota's not too stupid to realize that, and realizes that Mamika's been killed by Altair, and he couldn't do anything about that. Although Magane-chan tries to, like, console him, or, let me see here, comfort him in a, how am I supposed to say it, cruel, ugly way, I believe? To say, like, you know, it's okay, there's nothing to worry about. You just gotta move forward after what just happened here. I'm thinking about oh my gosh, for Pete's sakes, are you for real, dude? Or, well, it's Magane. Magane is Magane if we all know how the hell she is. And of course, we have to it that our boy, Yuya, ends up showing right on time and ends up trying to stop her. But that did not become the case, as Sota confesses to Meteor about what happened and so forth, etc. About Shimazaki, I believe. And I think that's like Setsuna. I'm pretty sure Setsuna is Shimazaki, etc. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm getting at here. And after much going on here, you know, we have to it that Yuya tries to clash against Magane, but somehow Magane ends up using her powers of bending reality, etc., to avoid like Yuya's attack. But we have to it that Magane says, I could play with you and work together with you to stop Altair and so forth, even though you understand my mind games. But you see here, there's someone else that wants to play with you, and it was Alice-chan that shows right in front of Meteor, and I think she's ready about to clash with her. So, all I could give you guys in simple bullet points is just like Mamika tries to pass on the message to Magane. Magane was using mind tricks or using the twist of her words of the truth that Mamika tries to say that Altair is destroying the world, Meteor was right, etc. And she ends up trying to fool Sota about it too, with the message that Mamika has, and trying to say Meteor is the enemy. No, that saying Meteor is the enemy, she tries to lie about that, but that's not the case. It only became realizing that Sota realized that Mamika was killed by Altair. So, it got me a little tense right there. And then Magane-chan ends up trying to like convince him to help her out to stop Altair from destroying the world. But, you know, Alice-chan shows up right in front of Meteor and possibly is going to get ready to clash with her because Alice-chan is so stupid and hot-headed. You know, I really had mixed feelings about this episode. Like I said at the beginning, half of me is enraged. The other half is telling me to understand the situation and try to get to a point where you're not supposed to be so ticky-micky about it. But, you know, there's only one person I'm gonna blame. Be my considerate guest or prove me wrong why I shouldn't blame this person. I can only blame Sota for the most part of this, because think about it. He had so much information, especially involving Altair, the military uniform girl, if that's easy to describe to you, to like maybe stop other problems and the causes of death, and there might be a way to stop her. But he ends up keeping his mouth shut and decided to talk to Mamika about it, about destroying the world and maybe a little bit of what's going on here. And he ends up getting Mamika killed because Mamika tries to stop Altair, and she gets killed in this episode. If you guys watched last week's episode, you would understand where I'm getting at here. So Mamika died of major injuries, fatal injuries, of course, and major blood loss. Because if it's not just major, if it's not going to be fatal injuries she died from, it'll be major blood loss then. Well, I'm pretty sure it's a combination of both, because there's no way in hell she'd be healing up that fast. No way. That's not how it works, and she dies. And Sota, on the other hand, been hiding on this information with Magane, like, talking to him about it, like, seeing how he killed, like, maybe Setsuna-chan or Shimazaki, etc. And then Alice-chan ends up showing up. Alice-chan shows up with Meteor in front of Meteor and Yuya. Really, though, if you really think Sota's not to blame for this, then who is? Because everything that Sota had, especially the information to maybe stop Altair and many other things, and maybe stop the freaking complications, I don't know how he's able to talk it out with Mamika and not talk about it to his allies. It makes me really angry and so forth. If you guys want to back him up, please be my guest, because I blame him for what the hell has been happening throughout these past episodes along up to this day. Even though he feels so guilty and goes like, oh no, I did it again, what am I supposed to do? Well, what the hell were you supposed to do? You could have talked to your allies and told them about the information you knew, not try to hide it and only tell it to Mamika, and that got her killed. All because of your, I got a freaking PTSD, I got traumatized. Is that supposed to be an excuse when the whole world is about to be destroyed, not to mention many innocent lives, billions of them, make it millions to billions, of lives being endangered? Is PTSD or traumatizing an excuse for you to hide important information to allow many people die because of your own trauma or PTSD? You think that's an excuse to let many innocent people die all because you can't freaking talk about it because you have PTSD and drama? Hello? I mean, you're just allowing more people to die, and look what happened to Monica. All because that you just won't talk. You guys want to back him up, please be my guest. Tell me why I should not blame Sota or not blame him at all because of his PTSD and drama. And it can't be that to be my excuse. Unless you got ways of convincing me, I'm more than willing to talk to you. But I blame Sota for the cause of all this hell throughout this previous episodes. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo!